Hey, horror fans, once again, it's the Horror Miser Money G, and today we'll talk about last night's episode of American Horror Story Cult. Now, this week's cold opening, we have Kai doing narration as he talks about three famous cult leaders. He starts off with Marshall Applegate. Now, for those people who don't know who Marshall Applegate was, he founded the cult called Heaven's Gate. He had 39 people kill themselves because they actually believed that if they were to kill themselves, they would leave their bodies and spiritually be lifted up to an alien spaceship that was supposed to be in the tail of Halley's Comet. Yeah, they were that weird and that fucked up. He then talks about David Koresh and the Branch Davidian. David Koresh, for those people who don't know him, he was another cult leader. And he convinced all the men to be celibate while he screwed all their wives and had children all throughout the people that lived or believed in his religion. Fortunately, the FBI raided his place because he bought illegal guns. Like Kai said, he said he bought it legally, and that led to the big FBI shootout at the Branch Davidian, where unfortunately David Koresh and all his followers were burned alive because they set themselves on fire. I believe children were killed as well. Then, of course, we have the big one, Jim Jones, and mass murderers that happened in Guyana. All this is to show, while he's talking to his misogynistic group of bodyguards, as they believe that killing themselves is, hey, fucking hey, that's great. One douchebag says, and Kai says that I'm going to give you the ultimate sacrifice, that we should kill ourselves because that's what cult leaders do. Kill the opening credits! So, once the opening credits roll, we see Kai is once again doing what he does best, controlling everything around him and everyone around, controlling everything and everyone around him. During a council meeting where he proposes that they initiate the Kai Anderson Internet Freedom and Integrity Act, meaning that in order to keep the residents safe, he's going to block access to certain websites. Now, of course, some council members feel as though that's censorship. But they feel as though if they don't agree to what Kai wants, something bad is going to happen to them. So they actually passed the measure. Ooh, man, that's terrible. Censorship in this country? No way. Kai also announces that he's going to run for Senate in 2018. Uh-oh. What could be next? A run for the presidency? Meanwhile, back at the confines of Kai's house, we see I guess it's a test of loyalty because we see Allie, Ivy, and Winter. They all decide that Kai's just had it and they're going to leave. And Winter has a Google how to escape from a cult that she print out from Google. But before they get a chance to initiate the plan, Kai's misogynistic ghouls come to the house and get all three ladies to tell them that Kai wants to see them. They go back to Kai's basement throne, whatever you want to call it, and once all of his misogynistic douchebags are there, along with Ivy, Allie, and Winter, and Beverly comes back from the hole that she's in, and she literally beats the shit out of Winter, calling her a lying bitch. But they separate the two, and Kai tells them our bodies are holding us back, and demands everyone to drink a cup. One guy says he can't do it, and Greg, the amputee guy, shoots him dead. They train guns on the women. Everyone drinks the Kool-Aid. But then Kai laughs off. Of course, why would I kill us? I'm running for Senate. What a 52 fake out. Meanwhile, Allie and Ivy are still trying to do their best to get away from this crazy cult that both of them have become. But before they go, they realize that Oz, remember Oz, people, he's still in this story, has been kidnapped by Kai's house. Allie and Ivy run to his house, and they see Kai is there, and would you know it? He believes that Ozzy is his biological father. He admits to both the ladies that, hey, look, I used to donate my sperm to all sorts of places. And I know I donated my sperm to the place where you got pregnant at. Because we all know Ivy's not the father. Nice joke. Nice joke, but that's really not funny. You know. So he believes that Ozzy. He believed that Ozzy Ozzy's biological father, and he convinces Ozzy that he wants to stay for his daddy. So even though Ali doesn't want him to stay, Ivy, sound mind, decides to let him stay to where he belongs, so that way they can keep the safe, because she believes that anything happens, he will kill the three of them, and she's probably right too. We get this weird flashback after that scene where to the Heaven Gate storyline where we see Jesus. Now, keep in mind, in the earlier cold open, all the cult leaders were portrayed by Evan Peters, and he's also portrayed by Jesus. He gives the Jim Jones characters a smooch in the head and a high five while he's talking to his misogynistic whatchamacallits. He's interrupted by Ozzy. Ozzy's looking at a cell phone saying that Wikipedia says that did not happen to Jim Jones. This pisses off Kai to the lowest degree, and he simply breaks the phone up and tells them doubters get no cookies, and they tell him to give the kid a timeout. But we get to the most important part of the story. Uh, Ivy and Allie look like they're about to have a nice dinner. Are they going to get back together despite the fact what's been going on between them? So Allie takes full advantage of. Looks like she's cooked up a nice dish, nice dishes and nice wine. But then she goes on to tell them is that when I spent the weeks in the psych ward, I wanted to kill myself. Almost did too, but then I decided I want to do something else. And she wanted to free herself from her fears, and she asked Ivy, why did she join the cult? And of course, Ivy admits that she wanted to admit it that she was jealous of Allie for having a baby and for not being dealing with her phobia. She was weak, and that's not the woman she married, and she hated her. So, little to now, of course, we see Ivy eating, but we don't see Allie eating. She begins to put some food on her table, but she's still not eating. So, of course, she looks at Ivy with very disdain look on her face about how she nearly drove her crazy, almost allowed her to kill someone, wanted to take her son from her. And she said, the only thing I want to do is but now I'm no longer afraid anymore. I beat my phobias. And Allie says, well, this is the woman I want to marry. You're fierce, you're independent. But then when Allie makes a statement, she says, you're never going to do anything to me. And she takes another gulp of wine. And again, Allie's not eating anything. She's not drinking anything. And Allie coldly says, well, I already have. When blood starts to pour from Ivy's mouth, next thing you know, I put arsenic in your wine. And also your food. Next thing you know, Ivy starts to convulse, spitting up blood, and she looks at her and she said, the only two things I want in life right now is getting my son back and watching you die. And she just glares at Ivy as the arsenic takes hold of her body and she dies a very painful death. Man, I don't know if I could have done that. But what do you expect? I mean, she literally tried to have her wife, a woman that she claimed that she loved, go insane with her phobias, have threatened to take her son away from her, and almost cause her to kill somebody. I mean, what did she expect? Now, of course, I wouldn't go to that extremes to kill someone. I just would have packed my bags and left. But that's what happens when you underestimate people. And Ivy underestimated Allie. And that's one of my big lessons in life is that you never, ever underestimate someone because you never know what they might do when backed in a corner. After that scene, Allie races over to the clinic where she got the sperm from, and she pays off the nurse to find out who is actually Kai's father. Now, once we do see the picture, we know it's not Kai. Not Kai. Then she asks Alina to do this one little favor for me, and then she has Kai over to eat sandwiches. Now, we all think that maybe she's going to poison Kai, but she doesn't want to poison Kai. She tells Kai that, yes, I killed Ivy. She's dead. They see the body and they dump Ivy's body with his dead parents. And now Kai, we see Kai crying because she hands over the file saying that he's Oz's father. And Oz says, "Wow, I can't believe it. We can be the Messiah family." This is the first time we ever see any true emotion from Kai other than being angry when things don't go his way. Has Ivy found a soft spot in Kai? And they have a nice group hug, and that's the end of the show. Now, I don't know about you horror fans, but I actually saw that coming a mile away. I'm not surprised that Ivy killed Allie. I mean, after all, she did try to scare her with her phobias with the clowns. She made her kill someone when she killed Mike from the restaurant way back in, I think, episode 2 or 3. Nearly drove her crazy to almost kill somebody else. She was committed to an asylum. She committed to an asylum for 3 days, and she took her son away from her. So I'm not surprised she killed her. Again, like I stated before, that's a bit extreme for me. But you never, again, like I said before, you never underestimate anybody when they're backed into a corner because you don't know how to react. Now, I will always say this when it comes to my lovely wife, Kelly. I already know what she's capable of doing if I ever did her wrong. But a person that's like Allie, I know some women that are like that. And you never know what type of reaction you're going to get when backed into a corner. They scare me more than my wife scares me. I'm more afraid of them than my own wife. Because I already know what she's capable of. You don't know what a type of woman like Allie is. Now, again, I know she's just a fictional character. But women like Allie, no. You do not take them for granted and you don't underestimate them. As for the rest of the other episode, I actually like what Evan Peters has done once again. Another fine, fantastic job of playing all these crazy cult leaders and how he compares himself to these other cult leaders that was in the cold opening. Um, Again, with only 2 episodes left, we really don't know what the end game is for Kai or what plan does Allie have to win her son back from Kai. Obviously, she does have something planned. Otherwise, she would not have pretended that to have Kai believe that Ozzy is his child. So it's pretty fascinating to see how this end game is going to be. So, my horror fans, what do you think about last night's episode? Did you actually see that coming, that Allie was going to kill Ivy, poison her food? Or did you think that were you surprised by that move? Make your comments below and put them down in the comment section below. And also, did you like, what do you think about Kai's portrayal, how he compares himself to other cult leaders? Again, put your comments down in the comments and let me know and we'll talk about it. And, well, that's my video for last night's episode of American Horror Story Cult. Like I said, we only have 2 more episodes left before the season ends, and I'm really looking forward to finding out how this will all play out. Again, if you want to let me know how this all plays out, again, make your comments down in the comment section below. Once again, if you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it as well. And if this is your first time here, please hit that subscriber button and ring that notification bell. That way you can become part of the horror experience with me, the Horror Miser Monty G. And as usual, all my social media links will be down in the description below as well. And also, I'm with a group on Facebook called Killer Flicks, where we talk about horror movies every week, all day long. And on Fridays, we have Free For All Fridays, where we basically talk about anything. Once again, it's called Killer Flicks on Facebook. Once again, my name is Lamont Smith, better known as the Horror Miser Monty G. And always remember, horror rules.